Alright, everybody, welcome to the Screen Team podcast. We are the Screen Team. Yeah. Alright, so my name is Gus. Over here to my left is Alex, and on my far left is Sal. So, yeah, Big Sal. Sorry, I forgot that. So, on today's agenda, we're going to just go ahead and go through our favorite movies, top 3. Then we're going to go ahead and talk about future podcast structure and what you can expect from it. So, first of all, we're going to go ahead and start with Alex for his top 3.
I go first?
Yes.
Okay. I like that you chose decision just made right now.
Yeah,
So.
I like this.
Alright, so my top 3 movies, and this list will change pretty often. It kind of depends on the mood I am right now. So my top 3 movies, number 3, I would say is Midsommar, which came out this year. Midsommar, whatever. Number 2 would be Slumdog Millionaire, and number 1 would be Whiplash. Those are my top 3 movies.
Don't hit the table. But okay, so first of all, I'm gonna just go out and say it. I'm not a big fan of Slumdog Millionaire. Never was.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it multiple times because you guys were in love with it and you guys would watch it like every day
Well,
for a
I
while. And it was just like, okay, this is a little.
It's a good movie.
It's
If you haven't seen it, watch it.
It's okay.
I'm surprised you didn't put any. Say those again. Say the movies again.
Oh my god. Okay, so number 3 is Midsommar, number 2 is Slumdog Millionaire, and number 1 is Whiplash.
Yeah, because I'm surprised you didn't put any Quentin movies in there.
Oh, okay. So my favorite director is Quentin Tarantino. Favorite director is Quentin Tarantino, but I don't like any individual movie so much that it's like my favorite movie. I love most of his movies.
I mean, I
love
understand what
all
you're
of
saying,
them, and
like-
that's why he's my favorite
like
director.
his-
Because I love his style, and every movie he makes, I'm like, I want to watch it, and it's good.
He has like his average is.
His average is like really good to me.
So that's
yeah.
why he's your favorite.
But yeah,
director.
but there's not one movie where it's
he didn't make anyone that's in your top 3.
no. But I would say Glorious
weird.
Bastards is my favorite.
Actually, yeah. I mean, yeah, me too. My 3 favorite movies are not directed by my favorite director.
I see.
Alright, so let's go ahead and go through the 3 movies that you like. Let's have a little bit of an individual discussion about Alex's movies, not yours yet.
Oh, okay.
So let's go ahead and talk about his movies.
Alex's
like-
movies?
Yeah, so Slumdog. What do you like about it?
Oh, okay.
Surface
So
level,
you know what?
like, you know-
I'll tell you what makes my list for my favorite movies. It's always movies that that move me.
Okay.
So movies that make me feel like either really happy or really sad or really scared. As long as it moves me in any way emotionally, I really like those movies. I can't stand going to movies and like being bored and not seeing an exciting movie. So Slumdog Millionaire, I love that movie because it's a really happy ending. It just moves me. Like I cried at the end of that movie because of how happy I was, because I was happy for that kid. Getting love is life, getting latica. That was great. And then yeah, that's not my minute. But that's my number 2. No, my number 3 was Midsommar. So that one came out this year, and I've watched it 3 times since it came out.
Can I say something?
Fallen in love with that movie.
I feel like
It's a good movie.
I feel like no one should be putting any movie we've seen in the past like 3 to 6 or 3 months. Like if you've seen it in the past 3 months, that's not your top 3.
You see, okay,
It's still in your head. It's fresh.
No,
like it's gonna change.
I thought about that.
I don't think you have.
I thought about not putting that movie in my number 3 spot, but no. Every time I've seen it, I've liked it more. So the first time I really liked it, and I thought, oh, it's just because it's a new movie. I'm thinking, it's gonna make my top 10. But then I saw it again. I was like, no, it's even better than the first time I saw it. And then I saw it the third time. Like, yeah, this.
But
movie's
it's not
making
about
my
how many
top
times
10.
you've seen it. Again, it's like
It's about how
it's
much
how
I
fresh
like
it
it
is.
every single time. Like my favorite movies, I usually like the second, third time more than the first time. It's like I want to keep watching. It's like a
So-
movie to me.
okay. Well, I guess everyone has like their own like definitions, like what makes a movie their favorite movie. I guess.
Yeah.
And so when we get to my list, like you'll see like why it's kind of weird, like
Yeah.
based on my definitions, it might be a little different.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
especially a specific movie I'm talking about. But to me, it's just weird to pick any movie that you just saw recently.
Have you guys seen Midsommar?
Okay, so I saw it with Alex, and I love the movie too. I honestly consider putting it in my top 3. Spoiler,
Top
it's
3?
not there, but it is really up there for me. I've only seen it once too, but that movie has stuck with me since then. Like I can like just be like going throughout my day, and I'll remember like an individual scene of it and be like, God, that was fucked up.
But you know what?
It's a good movie.
But you know what? I feel like you just you're proving my point.
No, yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from
Yeah,
too.
when I see like Gone Girl was in my head, like Gone Girl, which is not in my top 3, was in my head for like a good year too. Like,
Yeah.
it was good for a long time. Like it was in my top 3 too, but
Yeah.
and I think ultimately like if it stays up there for that long, then maybe you should consider it. But
So
2 months, I don't even think I say 3 months. I don't even think it's been 3 months.
So yeah, okay, but also to like further off of that, like Hereditary, made by the same director.
Yeah.
Also, really fucked up movie.
Yeah.
Really.
That scene still
Yeah,
thinking about too.
so-
But that's just one scene.
And that movie is, I still feel like one of my favorite like horror movies
Really?
of all time too,
Hereditary?
because especially in recent years, because I mean like think of the horror movies that come out, like the only like other like somewhat good one I could think of like off the top of my head is It, and like it wasn't even that great to me either.
That was a fun movie, but it wasn't good because it was a horror movie.
Yeah, it was kind of more funny than it was.
It was
scary
just
to
a
me.
good movie, but not like a horror movie. Good
But-
movie.
You know what I started saying, because for me Conjuring was a good one.
Okay,
But
yeah.
to me it was good because it was also just a good movie. Like, there was like funny scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
The concept was exciting.
It was just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright.
It was a fun.
Well, let's talk about my favorite one.
We're going off topic.
My favorite one, Whiplash. So that one, it had a similar effect that I'm having now with Midsommar. So when I first saw it, I freaking loved it. I loved it. And then the second time I saw it, and I saw it 3 times in theaters. Second time I saw it, liked it even more, and the third time I think I liked it the most. And that one I particularly liked just because of that ending, like 10-minute drum solo ending scene that kind of wraps up the whole movie. I can watch that all day, man. That's a good scene. That made me feel so like like intense. Like it's just a good movie. It's a good movie. So that's why I like Whiplash, because it really moved me. It made me like feel motivated to
Yeah.
like want to.
I loved it too. I don't think, I'm trying to remember if I saw it in theaters. I don't think I did, but I definitely watched it either with you guys or off your recommendation. I remember loving it too, and it is a really good movie. If I could probably like recite like a lot of like what I remember from it too. But I don't think it would be in my top 10 personally, but I definitely think it's a really good film. There's nothing wrong with it, and I wouldn't like blame anyone for thinking it's one of their favorite movies of all time.
You probably did see it with us, because I know Alex saw it like 3 times in theaters.
Yeah.
And I think I saw it twice. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't go to, I don't think we saw an AMC, we saw it in that, like a smaller theater. Where
Pasadena.
I think it's a Pasadena one. But I just remember like watching it and like kind of like sweating, like low-key
Yeah.
sweating. Not
Yeah.
like sweating a lot, but,
Yeah.
but not even the last time. Like the whole movie just felt like you're in his shoes, you know, like.
Okay, let's
Continue with your point.
I
think you were saying something.
think it's
Alright, yeah. So, anyways, let's go ahead and go into Sal's top 3.
we get a top 3 in order.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like, oh, this is my favorite, this is my second favorite, third favorite.
Alright, I'll do it in order then. Okay, my third favorite, and like, so we were trying to think about these like earlier today, like, or like earlier, like, not today, like earlier right now, like a few minutes ago, so this is just what came in my head, like, it could totally change or if I think of another way, but right now, my third one that I can think of is.
Did you forget?
Yeah, I forgot.
You didn't write it down?
I had it in my head.
Okay. I remember one of them, but.
Oh, okay. It was Silver Linings Playbook. Yeah, that's my third one. That's my third favorite movie. My second one is A Beautiful Mind, and then my first one is The Matrix, the original one, first one. Yeah, those are my top 3.
Alright, so Silver Linings. Let's go ahead and talk about that first.
Silver Linings. Why do I like Silver Linings? Because they move me, you know? that's what it is, like, they have to move me. You know what, I don't even know, like, I don't know if I have anything specific that makes me like, because all 3 of these movies are kind of different. I think for me it's more, well, for 2 and 3, I think I like those movies because I feel like you can put yourself in those shoes more. I put myself in those shoes more. Like The Matrix, obviously I'm not gonna put myself in Neil's shoes.
Yeah.
But just like what they go through is kind of very interesting and it's very intriguing to me. So definitely for this one, like just what he goes through and have you seen it, Gus?
Silver
You've
Linings,
seen
yeah.
it? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all
That was
seen
one
it.
of my favorite movies for a while.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that he's like they label him kind of like crazy, but to me he just goes through normal problems. Like they just seem like normal problems. Like okay, you got cheated on, you know, like
Yeah.
And he snapped.
and then he snapped like okay, totally normal.
Yeah.
And then the way he fixes the problem is like to me it's so enlightening. It's just like he didn't need to use drugs or anything. He just needed to.
Find love.
I guess, yeah. Yeah. You know, yeah. Well, even before that, like he was just healing by just dancing. It was not that dancing will cure you, but
Yeah.
it was just like
Something
a
simple,
human connection.
human-like,
To me, it's
yeah.
like a human connection can totally fix that.
Yeah.
That's what I got from that movie. And it just felt kind of deep, and then not, the whole movie wasn't deep too, but and it was also like funny and entertaining. So.
Yeah. Yeah. See, like I remember being like I used to love that movie. I used to watch it all the time. I even bought it on Blu-ray, and I didn't really buy movies at the time, I think. But like honestly, I don't really remember a whole lot about it now that I'm thinking about it. Like you're going through like some of the key points. I remember the whole like dancing stuff and like
The football scenes too,
Yeah.
with the dad, those
Yeah.
are good too.
But like I feel like I don't remember a whole lot of it. I just remember like how I felt when I watched it, and like I
Yeah.
remember like really enjoying it for that for sure.
I will say that movie I didn't like too much, but I liked one scene a lot, and I would watch the whole movie just for that one scene, the diner scene.
Diner scene?
When she freaks out in the diner when they're having
The whole conversation.
the whole conversation. She freaks out and then she just like throws everything, and she's just like that whole scene. I would watch the whole movie just for that scene.
Okay.
All right.
Well, to me, the scene before that was even better when they're in the table, with the family, with your sister.
Okay, so you're saying the scene before the diner scene with the family was better?
Yeah. Remember, like, so you gonna take me home or not?
Oh yeah.
So that whole, so honestly, their whole chemistry was pretty good.
Yeah.
Their whole,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or the time where he would chase him like on their jogs. Like their chemistry was hilarious to me. So,
Yeah.
What was your number 2?
Beautiful mind.
number 2 was Beautiful Mind. Yes, and that's also I guess because
Okay, but before you go into it, because honestly, I'm trying to remember. I honestly don't know if I know what movie you're talking about.
Beautiful Mind,
Yeah.
with Russell Crowe, where he's like a mathematician
Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen that.
and he's
I might have, but I probably
he's
don't
schizo.
remember.
He has an imaginary friend.
Yeah, no, don't remember it.
Yeah, you need to watch that one.
Yeah. And I might have watched it when I was like a little kid, but I honestly don't remember it.
Okay.
But okay, go ahead. Yeah, talk about it. Enlighten me why it's a good movie.
Well, firstly because so I majored in math, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this about me.
It's a math movie. That's right.
Yeah.
So anything like math related is kind of like fascinating and interesting to me, and even beyond that, like just people who are like super talented, like or super geniuses. Not just like in math, like it could be in anything. It's just totally fascinating to me. I'm just totally fascinated by these people, and
That's based on a true story.
and it's based on a true story. Yeah, so it's based on this one guy, and at the end, or not even at the end, halfway through, you find out he's schizo. Like he has imaginary friends, and I don't know, it's just good.
It's good, yeah. Throughout the movie, you find out he's crazy, but he's super genius. So they start giving him drugs, and it kind of suppresses all his genius in him. Like he isn't able to do math the way he is with the drugs he's taking. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, you should definitely gotta watch that one.
Also, the end, like at the very end of the movie, has like this. He has a speech. He has a whole speech on because he just won the Nobel Prize, right? So it's based on this guy named John Nash.
Okay.
And John Nash?
Yeah.
I hope I'm not saying his name. Pretty sure it's John Nash. But I guess he's like the father of like game theory,
Okay.
right? So but anyways, at the end of the movie, I don't know how accurate his speech is, but he's making this whole speech, and he's thanking his wife and all this, And again, it's weird because he's this like super high level genius, and the thing he talks about that was probably most important in his life was, or not most important, but most I need to rewatch that scene. I need to rewatch that speech. But pretty much
really like that speech.
that speech, he was talking about love again.
Okay.
He was literally talking about love. Like the whole movie it's like it's supposed to be about math, and it's not supposed to, like, love is not supposed to be about math, right?
Yeah.
Like math and love are supposed to be like complete opposite things.
Yeah.
And somehow like they're connected, I guess, in a way.
To him.
To him, yeah.
Yeah.
To him.
And then your number one, Matrix.
Number one.
Could have predicted this, but
I
yeah.
say it all the time.
Yeah.
So we were talking about like what makes your favorite movie,
Mm.
and so like I guess there's different things. Like in the moment, a movie could be your favorite movie, but to me that's not your favorite movie. For me, it could be, so like for example, basketball players, or there's players who have higher peaks than others, and there's players who have longevity, right? So you can make an argument for both.
Yeah.
So for
Who's a
me,
better player?
yeah, who's a better player? You know, it's a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar who has racked up all these points and all these minutes and all these MVPs.
But he was never really good.
But was his peak? I don't think everyone will ever say his peak is Michael Jordan. Yeah. So Michael Jordan probably has a combination of both, but so as far as the longevity argument, it'd be The Matrix for sure. Because I remember when I first saw that when I was younger, that was my favorite movie instantly. But I was like, wow, maybe like 9 years old. I think it came out 2000. 2000 or 2001? Oh, 1999.
1999.
Maybe 1999, you're right. So I was like 8.
Yeah.
And obviously as an 8-year-old, I'm only getting like the action scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, but those are really cool action scenes, you know?
Yeah.
And then I saw it again, maybe like when I was 15, maybe 15ish. I'm just guessing here. But I saw it again later,
Mhm.
and I totally I didn't even understand what the Matrix was about when I saw it when I was 8 years old. Like I was just like blindly just watching
Yeah.
like a zombie, just watching TV and just like paying attention to the stuff, and then watching the action scenes probably. But when I saw it again and I actually saw it, then when I found out what it was about, I was like, oh my god, this movie's crazy, like it's cool, like
Yeah.
it's mind blowing. It's kind of
Yeah.
Inception, it's mind blowing, but
Yeah.
it's Inception before Inception.
Yeah.
And so that made me like it even more, and I continued to like it even after that. So.
Yeah, I think my appreciation for it grew a lot, like when I was like taking these like higher division like math classes and stuff like that, because like my math professors were talking about like, oh yeah, this is like an actual thing, people are trying to see if this is like a real thing,
What is?
like that the world is like a computer simulation type of thing, like and like all these other things, like these theories, like, oh, there's another dimension, and we're actually in a two-dimensional sphere, and like all these like crazy theories, and it's just like that movie, like, yeah, obviously it might not be like real, but I mean, the idea that something like that can exist kind of makes sense given like how fast technology like has been like improving recently.
Yeah. If you're a math guy, like Elon Musk, he's a math guy, and he thinks that it's a higher possibility that we're in a scenario like the Matrix, where we're in a simulation. We're in a simulation. Yeah. He said there's a higher possibility. If you look at the numbers, like there's a higher possibility that technology has grown to a point where that we can do that, and technology runs hundreds, millions of simulations in our brain every day, and we're this is all just one of those simulations that machine somewhere is playing out for us. Elon Musk says that's a bigger possibility than this is real life. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you never heard that?
I don't think I've heard that, but
Yeah,
I didn't have to
Elon Musk has talked
look
about
that up
that
again.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
All right, so my top three. So I don't have it in any particular order except for my number one. So my recent, I mean, I guess they're both kind of recent. So A Star Is Born.
Number three?
I
no
guess.
order?
Yeah, these two are like in a
Disney?
specific order.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
So, A Star Is Born, and then Into the Spider-Verse, and then my number one movie, and this is like it doesn't change for me, is Empire Strikes Back. I'll go through them. So, Star Is Born. It's different from the other movies because it's definitely not a fun movie. It has its moments where like the concert scene and stuff. It's a very emotional film, and I think the whole focus on depression and suicide hit a really deep note with me personally because I suffer from depression. So that scene towards the end of the movie was like it hit really hard for me. But overall, just the acting and everything I thought was really top notch. I loved a lot of the cinematography in it.
Did you watch it in theaters?
I did see it in theaters. Yeah.
The concert scenes were really good too.
It made you feel like you were there, and like honestly, it just was really well shot and directed and everything, and so that's why I like that movie. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I remember just like really enjoying it.
I saw it too, but I didn't see the first 10 minutes of it.
He walked in.
You don't even know.
You missed the first concert scene. You told me that you walked in when he was getting into the car and he was drinking, right?
I start watching when he's at the bar.
Okay.
I missed the first concert. Is that
the opening scene? It was like my favorite concert scene. When like he comes out, it's like the beginning, and it really makes you feel like you're in a concert.
Okay.
I'm surprised that you got that with the rest of the movie. I guess they do a good job doing it with the rest of the
It
movie.
wasn't really my fault. I'm blaming my girlfriend. Sorry, you were hearing that.
That's right.
But it was still good.
I think what I liked most about that movie was Lady Gaga. I was really surprised with Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was gonna be a good actress. I was like, going into it, I was like, oh, all right.
I was more surprised with
Bradley
Cooper's singing than I was Lady acting. And I was like, this guy is just like. I hate that he's so good at everything.
Yeah.
Like he's good looking, he can sing and he can. I was just like, oh man.
And just their chemistry overall, like throughout the entire movie, like it felt like they were actually kind of dating, and there's like rumors after like that they were and stuff like that, but like it definitely made it feel more real, just how great their chemistry was.
I felt like there was chemistry, and there was like a award show after the Oscars.
That was good. That was really good.
But I mean, like there was like
chemistry.
There's something there.
They did that live supposedly. Pretty sure they did that live.
That was live.
Yeah, they did it live. It was really good. I was like, that was the best part. That was like the highlight.
Like it wasn't live.
Well, you never know, man. And people always say they do stuff live. And
I think it's a lot easier to tell nowadays. That's besides the point.
Oh, the scenes in the movie.
No. The performance at the Oscars, they were singing live.
Oh, I see what you're asking. That like they weren't lip singing.
They weren't lip singing.
I thought you meant like they weren't. I thought you were saying they were actually. They were trying to say they weren't actually there.
No.
Like what does live mean? Okay, so live means they're.
No, they were doing it. They were singing.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter. All right, so next one, Into the Spider-Verse. All right, so my favorite superhero of all time, Spider-Man. So honestly, I think it's probably one of the best Spider-Man stories I've seen. Like film or TV wise, and just the animation is so beautiful. And like for those of you that don't know, I am now an animation major, so like if I can get to that point in my life, gosh, like I don't even know, like I'll be so happy. But yeah, it's so beautiful. Like it's a very emotional movie. The action scenes are really cool. I think it's really well acted. And like well, yeah. Your voice is.
Yeah. You know what? Try doing that.
But yeah, just like everything about it, and like I honestly just can't wait for the second one. Like it just like it exceeded all of my expectations. I remember seeing the like first trailer where they have him jump off backwards from the building and just have him like falling with the reflection, and it's just like it's gonna be amazing.
You like it more than Homecoming and Far From Home?
I do.
Since top 3, those aren't in his top.
Yeah, I mean, so all right. I love Homecoming and Far From Home. Tom Holland, I stan him. Like he's my boy. Like I hope he can be Spider-Man for like as long as possible. But you know, movie contracts and all that crap. But yeah, I think he's the best depiction of a live-action Spider-Man that we've had. And honestly, like story-wise, those ones are really good too. I love a lot about them, but if I had to choose one, I would choose Into the Spider-Verse just because of like how unique it was. I feel like Homecoming and Far From Home, at the end of the day, are kind of boilerplate superhero movies when you get down to it. I mean, I love Marvel movies, but like they're not exactly usually pushing the boundary of like what a superhero movie can be. And especially because Far From Home and Homecoming kind of came after like really big, impactful story moments in the Marvel universe. They didn't like have that weight behind it. It was kind of like a cool down film for both of them, I felt like. So like Endgame was right before Far From Home, and Civil War was right before Homecoming, right? So it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, like these are like trying to make it more grounded, and I appreciate that a lot. But yeah. So.
Well, for at least so I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Like, I feel like I really like Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse. But for me, I feel like there's like two reasons why it just wasn't as good to me. Or not. You know, it's not that it wasn't as good to me. It was a good movie, and no matter what, it is a good movie. But I didn't like it as much.
Okay.
I would say, which is different. It's different than saying it's not as good. For two reasons. One, because it's a cartoon. And I mean, I know, like, I'm gonna get like hate for that. Like, okay, and nothing wrong with cartoon, but a live action Spider-Man movie is always gonna like
Be better than the cartoon.
for me. I'm not gonna be better. I'm going to enjoy more and like more. And I'm gonna be more invested in, and I'm gonna enjoy it more. I'm gonna take it more seriously, I guess. And that doesn't mean that it is more serious. I'm just saying I will.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So for me,
I can't fault you for that.
And so like I'm trying to think of like in terms of like Superman, because Superman's my favorite. I know Spider-Man's still your favorite.
Oh yeah.
And Marvel or the superhero in general.
Yeah.
For me, it's Superman. Like if I love Superman, and if I saw like a really really good Superman movie in cartoon, like I wouldn't like it as much. I like no matter what, I don't care how good that movie is. It's in cartoon. Like I'm still gonna hope more than anything. I'm gonna hope that oh my god, I wish this movie was live action because I would have enjoyed it way more. And the other thing is that it's not about Peter Parker.
Okay.
That's why I liked it so much.
No, then so that's fine. The reason why you like it or the reason why I don't like it. So I mean that's fine. That's just like the same thing with Superman. I'm trying to think in terms of Superman. If it was like another Superman, like again, it's or not even about Superman. It could be like I still might like the movie, but it's not. It's like I want to see Superman, you know, and like in Spider-Man, I would want to see Peter Parker. Like I want to see this Spider-Man.
I get that.
So I feel like those are my two biggest reasons. So I still liked it, and I still liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, I think I still liked Homecoming better as far as Spider-Man movies, and I liked Far From Home better.
Yeah, I would much rather watch Into Spider-Verse again than Homecoming or any other Spider-Man movies. So I think I do. I think I'm with Gus on this one. I like Into Spider-Verse more. It's really rewatchable. Like I can watch it all day. Yeah, that's a good one.
Like okay, so are you more excited for Into Spider-Verse 2 or the next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie?
So this is the problem with that because like I think it being part of this like huge connected universe, like and like I do love
True.
so like that ends up making me want to see it more than Into the Spider-Verse 2 because I know it also leads to like this bigger like overall like arching story and everything. That alone, plus I love Tom Holland and everything, I'll probably like love it too. I don't know, like Into the Spider-Verse, I just felt like it was so unique as far as animated movies go, as like the style and everything, that's why I choose it as my favorite Spider-Man movie over Homecoming and Far From Home.
I will say this though, I was not excited to watch any of my movies that are in my top 3. So just because I'm excited for a movie doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's going to be a good movie to me or not.
Yeah.
I might be really excited for a movie, and I will watch
I'm
it.
not saying in terms of trying to predict if it'll be a good movie. I'm just trying to like,
Which would you rather?
would you rather because of what the effects were from the previous one.
Yeah.
Like in my head, like I'm clearly more excited for the next.
Yeah.
The one because I just like
You like the live action?
the live action one
That's
more
fine.
than
Yeah.
That's like
Okay. And number one is Empire Strikes Back. So, yeah, I'm a big Star Wars nerd. You know, I've watched like the animated shows and everything, and I just love them. But Star Wars, I think.
So why that one over the other ones?
Okay, well, yeah. So I'm pretty sure the first movie I did see was A New
Have
Hope.
you seen those?
But Empire Strikes Back is the first one I truly remember watching, and
It definitely has moments.
it has some like amazing moments, and I've done like papers on it for like my screenplay class and like all this other stuff, and it just like it just like amazes me, like even to this day, what they were able to do at that time and this world that they were able to build and everything. Not only that, but like, yeah, the acting in all three of the original, well, even the prequels is pretty subpar, I would say.
The acting?
Yeah, acting. There's moments of really good acting, but for the most part, if you go back, there's some cringy like lines and
I
stuff
feel
like
like-
that.
Darth Vader, what's his name? The actor?
James Earl Jones.
No, from the prequel.
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, he's kind of a subpart actor, and I feel like he has most of those cringy moments. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know.
No, cause like,
I know he,
so like in A New Hope, Luke Skywalker, like one of his first lines, like he's like sounds like a whiny little brat,
Yeah.
like, oh, I was on my way to get power.
Oh, wait. I thought you were talking about the prequel.
No, I meant like overall, like
Just all the Star
acting,
Wars
just kind of like they have some really bad moments. But
Oh.
that being said, I like even now to this day, I think why this movie stands out over the rest for me is because of the like how grim it is. It ends up not happy. Like most movies, at least like most blockbuster movies tend to end on a happy note. This one, they lost, they're defeated, and like I remember like seeing the Luke, I am your father, and all this stuff, and it's just like wow, like, and it still hits me.
When did you watch it for the first time?
Honestly, I don't even remember how old it was. But yeah, I was just like, I just remember like looking back at it and like all the moments and stuff.
So I have a weird story with
Yeah,
that.
real funny story.
Yeah, so because we had the cassettes when we were
Yeah,
younger.
yeah.
Cassettes, I know for all you guys that are like under like 19 or however, like the cassettes were like these big. Like, it doesn't matter.
It was really annoying.
Yeah. So we had the cassettes of the old ones, and so obviously we knew A New Hope was the first one. You know, I think I was obviously the oldest one. It was my younger brother. No one's figured out yet. And we knew New Hope was the first one because it just made the most sense. And then I don't know why, but for some reason we thought Return of the Jedi was the second one. Like that's in our mind. Return of the Jedi was the second one, and Empire Strikes Back was the third one. And that's how it was in our minds for like a good 2 years. And it was always so confusing to me, like why did this whole like trilogy end on a bad note?
I think in my head, I remember.
I know. Well,
When I was little, the movie was more about Darth Vader than anything else, and it was the trilogies, the episode 4, 5, 6. They felt more about Darth Vader, and it felt more like the titles revolved around him. So when we thought the third one was the second one, and he dies in the third one, it was like, oh,
the third one was the second one.
yeah, episode 6. We thought episode 6 was episode 5, right? So we would watch episode 6 thinking that episode 5 followed that.
Yeah.
So in episode 5, he comes back to life. In my head, it was like, oh, he Darth Vader dies, and then in the next movie he comes back and he's like, oh shit, he's a badass. So that's how I saw the movie. So it's like, and then he wins, and it's like.
So I have like weird theories on why we thought that, and it has with the title. Like, because the first one, New Hope, and we were like, I don't know if it's the word Return of the Jedi. The title Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
A Return made me think it was the sequel.
Okay.
As a 7 or 8 year old.
Mild disclaimer: we're all under 30, so we haven't seen these in theaters or anything like that. Like when they came out, just,
for sure.
obviously, just wanted to like throw that out there. So yeah.
And the third one's Empire Strikes Back. It feels like
I don't know,
it comes right
yeah.
after it.
But yeah, love those movies, all of them. Even the prequels, I enjoy them for what they are, even though there's really bad parts in them. But yeah,
No, I really like the prequels, man. People don't like the prequels. I really like the prequels. Maybe not
Because
episode
you
2.
were like,
Yeah, I was at a good age. Yeah, I was at a good age to watch like
so
really cool
we were
ones.
like the age of like huge Star Wars fans when like the original trilogy came out, and that's why like
Yeah.
I think it resonates for a lot of people our age, the prequels.
Yeah, I almost like the prequels more than the original.
Yeah.
No, because I grew up, I was old enough to understand the prequels when those were coming out. The old ones, they just felt like old movies to me. So then I had to go back and rewatch them, and they made more sense to me. But
Yeah, but
Darth Vader at the end, episode 3 when he fights over.
yeah, I mean,
it's just
Revenge of the
so
Sith.
good.
I love that movie. It's my favorite
The
prequel
Revenge of the
movie,
Sith, yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not.
that one I like more than A New Hope. A New Hope is probably my least favorite
Of the three.
Of the
original
original
Yeah.
3. Yeah, I just, to me, I don't know. I think Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back are much better.
Yeah.
Like A New Hope, it was. If you watch it again, I don't know. There's not that many action scenes.
Nothing really
It's
happens.
kind of short.
Yeah, it's really
It
short.
all happens so fast. It's just like
Yeah.
they find them and then they go attack Death Star and then that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
and then they
like
blow up Death
not
Star.
a lot. And then they blow up Death Star and then not a lot. It's weird like how much people like that movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like there's so much more to Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi that I don't know. I just so I might like some prequel movies more than. I might like all the prequel movies more than the New Hope. Yeah.
Even episode
I can't agree with that. I mean, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. Well, we'll get into that another day, I'm sure. But yeah, so I mean, those are 3 of our favorite movies.
Let's go over favorite directors. Let's do that.
I don't know if I have 3.
You know, just like your top or 1 or 2.
Okay, sure. I can do that, I think.
I already talked about my favorite, which was
You go first.
Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is my favorite director. I don't even think I have
That's like
another director where I'll try to watch all of their movies.
I feel like we have a good common one.
Yeah. What's his name?
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Like we've like.
I will go watch. Yeah, I will go watch all
We're
his
excited
movies,
to
yeah.
watch. If you're excited to watch this directed movie, then
you
like
yeah.
my director.
Yeah, Christopher
we're
Nolan's
always
good.
excited to watch Christopher Nolan movies.
That's
so.
true.
Yeah.
Because they're always good, man.
He's just so hot right now.
Yeah.
He's so hot right now.
They're always good.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't really have a favorite director per se. Like if I did, I probably would say Christopher Nolan, just because like when his movies get announced, there's like always this like hype behind it. I remember like after like Dark Knight and Interstellar was announced, not only like do I like just love like space movies, like or just space in general, but just the fact that it was gonna be a movie by him and it was gonna be that, I was just like,
I feel
yeah.
like there could easily be a potential new favorite director for you that you didn't realize. If they just need to hit one more movie out of the park, and I think they're there. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Dumb.
The director for Hereditary and
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Like,
I definitely do
Yeah.
think that he has a particular style, but that I really do enjoy. And I mean, we'll talk about those movies in more broader scale at some point, because I do want to talk about those
Wait,
movies
you
a lot more.
didn't make your top 3, right?
They didn't, but they're some of my favorite, like,
Miss Marvel,
other genre. Yeah.
And the way you've talked about it, you like
Hereditary
Hereditary
is
more than I thought you would like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I love horror
To me,
movies.
that's-
Yeah.
I thought I was really gonna like the director of Kick-Ass and Kingsman.
he has some good Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah, he
has some good
when
ones.
Kingsman came out, I was like, oh, this is gonna be my favorite director.
Kingsman 2
And then
canceled
Kingsman
now.
2 came out, and I was like, oh no.
But
this-
you can't hate him for that. You
That's
can't be
true.
perfect.
I need another good movie out of him.
Yeah, you can't be
because
perfect.
He's doing the next Kingsman, too.
Is it really?
But you,
Or is he just
I'm
writing
excited.
it?
I'm talking about First Class.
Yeah, that one's good too.
First
Yeah.
Class.
That one was my favorite X movie when it came out.
I'd be excited if he did like a Superman movie or something like that.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah, he's a good
it's Christopher Nolan's up there. I do like Quentin. I'll watch Quentin Tarantino movies, but he's not. I think he's like third. For me, he's third. But I think for me, number one though, and I feel like it's more of a recent thing, and things change all the time. Even my favorite movie changed, but directors also change. We're not David Fincher. I really like David Fincher. I really like his style. Like there's been times where like I'm watching something. I'm like, who directed this? Like, I like this movie so much. Like, and then I find out David Fincher. I'm like, oh my god, of course. Like, of course.
House of Cards.
Also, like,
episode
we
one.
didn't watch. I don't know, but yeah, the first, yeah, he didn't direct all the episodes, but the first episode, like, I felt that David Fincher like tone to it, and I just loved it. All his show Mindhunter is really good.
Yeah, you're even watching his show. Who does that? No one does that. Goes out and sees.
I started watching Mindhunters first. And then I found out David Fincher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. You like
And I
that
started
one.
watching some older ones like Panic Room. I didn't even know that was directed by David Fincher, and then I was rewatching Panic Room, and I was like, damn, it's a good movie. It's like, wait, who directed this? Oh my! And I googled it, and it's David Fincher. That's super great.
Yeah.
And even before that, Gone Girl, I didn't really know much about David Fincher, but
I didn't know
I instantly loved Gone Girl.
That movie.
Girl with Dragon Tattoo. These are movies that like I didn't really expect much from, and then I saw them and I was like, oh my god, it's a good movie. Like I love this movie. I love like just the tone of it, how dark it is, like the style, and
Yeah, it's a particular style for sure.
right. And Social Network. I fucking
yeah,
love
that's a
Social
good one.
Network. I
That's
love Social Network. David Fincher. Dude, so many of these movies I found out after that was directed by David Fincher, and they're all connected. They all feel the same to me, and in a good way. In a good way, they feel the same to me.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about overall structure going forward for the podcast. So today was a little bit of a intro, getting to know us and what our takes are and our tastes are. So yeah, our tastes.
We got takes.
I did say takes.
Does that make sense too?
It kind of does.
Like our
Yeah.
take on this.
Yeah, but I meant to say taste. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter, I guess. But at the end of the day, so yeah, this was just more of a getting to know us as far as what we like, what we enjoy, what we don't like, and things of that nature. So as far as what you can expect in the future, we're planning on doing, I guess, kind of like a book club type thing in a way, where we're gonna watch one old movie and one new movie each week, and we're gonna
Is that what
come.
book clubs do?
Yeah, they'll read a book and then they'll come back and.
Never been a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been in one either, but I mean, who reads books?
I don't
yeah?
know. You should probably read one.
Yeah, we probably
Unless I
should.
know.
Yeah, but yeah, so
We
we're
should
gonna
watch.
watch.
We should start book club.
We're gonna watch an old movie and a new movie, and then we're gonna go ahead and discuss both of them and what we like, don't like, and yeah, go from there. As far as the first one that you can expect, it's looking like we're gonna be talking about Doctor Sleep and Shining.
And The Shining, yeah.
So-
So he's the only one that hasn't seen The Shining, and we're just gonna rewatch The Shining.
You don't say that loud.
The Shining is one of my favorite horror movies.
No way.
Yeah, I love that movie so much.
It's
It's-
deep
but,
though.
yeah.
like it's really deep.
Like,
there's
it's
some-
like it's a bad thing.
No, it's like it's almost. I can see why people wouldn't like it because it's.
I feel like you're already suggesting that I'm not.
No. I'm saying I didn't
think
like
you're
it too much at first, but when I thought about it, I was like, okay, this. It's just a lot of like imagery and like themes in there. Just watch it.
Yeah.
Just watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch it.
You're saying too much. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so, and then Doctor Sleep just came out yesterday, or 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and
And I'm the only one
and
that's
this is
seen
as
that
of
one.
Sunday,
No.
the 10th. So yeah, we're gonna go off of that. It just so happens that these two movies are related, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna always have two movies that are gonna be, oh, we're watching a new movie that's a remake of an old one or a continuation of an old one.
Yeah.
That's not what we're really planning on doing. We're just so happening to be interested in doing this as for our first episode. So yeah, I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys for coming by. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you guys can get notified when we do post. I want to say thank you to Leslie for being our producer for today.
Behind the scenes.
She is behind the scenes. Yeah, so I hope that you guys stick around for future content, and if you have any ideas on how we can improve, please let us know. With that being said,
Kick out Alex.
yes. we didn't go Mike But yeah, anything you guys want to say?
Nope. I'm excited to do this, and it's gonna be fun. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Alright, so until next time, see you guys.
Yep.